uppercut, uppercut, sonic boom! Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and whoever you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it to. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Bushka, and this is another in the Pro Rotation series. The last one was so well received. It's all well and good being a sneaky gunfighter. You're going to see here that I'm in real trouble. This guy's pushing. I'm low, so I'm going to fake a heal and switch out of the heal when I see him start to push in, free fire, and get the clear, and then clear his mate as he pushes up afterwards. That's great, but what about the games where you've dropped George Pole, and the circle shifts like 3k southeast, and you've got to get all the way down to Novo, and you don't have a lot of meds, and it's just a massive struggle. Those are the games where you really feel like you're up against it, and often you run in and you don't give enough thought to it, and you just get mowed down on the rotation. That's no good for me as a content creator. I love making content that helps people get better at the game. So rather than waste 30 minutes just randomly charging, the high kill game is gone. There's only 14 people left. I've only got 2 kills. What I'm going to do here is showcase some rotations, showcase some decision making, and talk you through and give you an insight into what makes me, someone who's like a 50-year-old guy with bad eyesight and poor motor skills, able to clear a lot of people and win a lot of games. I went from gold 5 to ace something on Europe in about a week while I've been on holidays. I think I got a 7 KDR, and most of that's been solo squatting. And it's not because I can gunfight really, really well. I was playing with Prax yesterday, actually, and we won 3 out of 4 games. And a big reason for that is even when we're mucking around, we make good decisions and our rotations are very, very tight. I'm in a buggy because a buggy is a car you can boost forever when you're solo, and it actually has excellent armor from the rear, head protection, and you're going to be doing a lot of running away when you're solo squatting in these situations. Let me walk you through the circle as I see it here. This area here where you can see the arrow pointing, that's where I want to rotate. It's short side, which means there's less distance between the external red part of the circle and the internal white part of the circle, but it's also dead side. Now, dead side is the area where there are less people. Obviously, there's 90% of the map to the north. So the high part is the yellow point on the map there. I want to rotate behind that, and the area I want to end up in on the right where the arrow is pointing there is a little hillside that has the circle contracting behind it. Now, dead side's an important thing to remember here. There's no way that 90% of the players have jumped in the 10% of the map down the bottom there. It would be a very, very short game if it had have happened like that. There might be a squad that's rotated around there and maybe beaten out another squad, but you're not going to find the majority of the player base in that southern section. That's the dead side of the map, where the fewest players are, or the area furthest away from the zone. It can change depending on where the circle is. Don't be afraid too, when you're rotating dead side, to duck into the blue. If you see an area that you think is dangerous and you're like, I don't want to get stuck there, well, maybe take 20% damage from the blue and just turn up on the other side of it where it's safe. You can see there's an abandoned car there. There may be a squad around here. I'm very aware of that. I'm not actually going to get out of the buggy. And one of the reasons I'm rotating here on this side of the map is I know the area quite well, right? And I'm going to go just below this ridge line, all right? I'm not getting out of the buggy. There's no need to. The buggy, I'm much safer in here than I am just wandering around. And I'm also going to pull up next to hard cover. One of the things you need to do whenever possible is go hard cover to hard cover. Okay, so this rotation has been excellent. I have not seen nor heard anyone, but I'm fully expecting someone to be up on top of the hill. I marked that earlier, and that's why I keep looking up there. I'm going to hit some boosts, and if you look where I am, I'm actually 27 meters outside the circle. I'm not worried about that. I marked right down the bottom, but I figured, why push my luck? It was safe here. I could see the hill clearly and I had good cover. So I'm just going to sit and wait. There are a lot of ways to play this game. You could go in guns blazing, and that's fair enough. That might be the kind of player you are, and that's good. I do that often when I'm looking for that kind of content. I've had lots of 20 bombs this week, but what I haven't had is a lot of games where I've been challenged on my rotations. And I love this side of the game just as much as I do getting squad wipes and the like, because I do find this can be incredibly fulfilling. And I'm still just eyeballing. I'm waiting for the game to give me the info. Right, So you can see people down on the bottom have just taken someone out, and that was an insta, so that was not a squad. And then I hear over here there is someone. I have just reset all my sensitivities. I don't know if you saw that on the fast forwarded section at the front. While I was driving in, I think I literally reset every sensitivity I had. It was wild. So I get the knock, and then I'm going to wind up here, and I'm not getting out of the car. I figure that there will be a guy up the top of this hill. I know there isn't really anyone behind me on that hill yet. They could be down at the mark I made earlier where there was just near Novo. That was still in. But I'm just watching. I'm not going for that knock. I'm going to wait and see if someone helps me out by clearing the guy above me, and then I can take the hill, which is going to be the best part to be in. Oh, he just gets away from that. And I can see on my right is our buddy. He's crawling around. He's knocked. He's trying to indicate where I am. And I'm just waiting and watching. And this is one of the reasons I love running the buggy. Look how easy this thing is to move around. Look at my petrol. Look how much gas I've got left. Okay, he's knocked, and now I'm pointing downhill for an early exit. I want to keep a little bit of mobility. I'm not sure if someone else is going to come in here because these guys have been fighting someone. There we go. Straight down into the little gully that's over here. And then I'm just letting them fight. I'm just letting them have an argument. The guy up top can't really shoot me. The guys on the right can't really shoot me because they're locking each other out. There was 9 people left, and I had 2 kills. I'm going to get nearly all these guys. I think I'm going to miss 2 of them who have gunfights, and I can't really help that. But I'm going to get nearly all of them. At some point, if these guys don't clear each other, I'm going to need to take this guy up the top out. You can see they're fighting the guys down the hill. A couple of knocks there. I think this is an ideal time while he's still spraying away and trying to gunfight the guys down the bottom. There we go. Now we've won the hill, but the hill is going to be outside the circle, which is not ideal. A bit unfortunate that. And I know that there's at least 2 guys down here because I heard them. Now this is a really difficult tactical decision. And it's a decision that we face all the freaking time with this bloody AMR. It's only got 4 rounds, but there's only 5 other people left. And I figure it's worth the risk. So I take the AMR. I'd like to get that box. Nah, it's too dangerous. I'm just going to keep rolling. And I'm going to go and basically take the reverse position of when I rolled around here before. And that is right on the edge of the zone. I'm going to park the car here where it's not going to get ringed up. And it's going to be safe if I need to rotate out of it. And then I'm just going to hold edge. And I'm basically going to third party everything. I'm not going to fire unless I feel like it's a clear-cut kill shot. I'm going to let them rip into each other as much as they like. And if I'm going to rotate around and look at stuff, I'm going to do it in the car. I'm not going to be wandering around on the Foot Falcon. Now, I know there's 2 people down on my right. I know there's got to then be 3 people, including me, outside of that little area. And this is all in the circle. So there's going to be 2 people on my right, has to be 2 people down the bottom. Who else were these guys fighting up the top, if not someone down towards the bridge? I am worried. I'm always worried about my backside. You're going to see how often I check my backside. If you do not do this, it's a mistake. Oh, God, I hate the AMR. Just going to use the Grazer there because it's a Grazer thing. And I want to save the AMR rounds for these guys across the way because they're unfortunately also in the circle. My big worry here is that there's a roadside. If I had to make a rotation around to the other side of the road, it would not be straight across. It would be down the hill underneath, and you'll see there's a boulder on my left that guy is actually going down towards. That's where I'd rotate to. What a waste of a round. Get the second one, but his mate does a really good job of suppressing and then immediately goes down to get that revive. I decide I'm going to risk just a shot to see if I can get him. Oh, God, that was close. And that's the end of the AMR. And that is a big blunder from me. I landed 1 AMR shot, 1 single solitary AMR shot out of all of that. So that's a waste of 3 rounds. I would have been far better off hanging onto the Scar because I can't really see myself ripping into that guy with a Grazer. Now, there is another one rotating up from below. We're stuck here, but we came in with 2 kills. We've got 5 now. It's starting to look a little more respectable, and we're just waiting, okay? And this can be the hardest part of the game. Trying to make things happen. Let the circle do some of the work for you. Grazer is not really what we're looking for at this range. And I'm just not giving him an even break. Just waiting. tapping it out occasionally, trying to draw a shot. And eventually we clear him. So it's me versus these two guys on the left. They've taken that opportunity to rotate across. I get a knock. You might think I'd go to thirst that immediately. What I'm trying to do is make this guy go and get his knock. I mean, he throws, I'm going to cut a lot of this out, but he throws a million grenades at me. And we end up just waiting to the last possible moment to get this guy to help his mate. He doesn't want to do it. And I'm like, come on, buddy, I'm going to shoot him. He doesn't care, so we just clear him. And then we dodge 50,000 grenades and turn it into a 1v1. He's behind the rock in front of me, and we get to win. So we've come in there with two kills. We go out of it, we get 6 kills out of the last couple of circles, and we win the game, and we take absolutely minimal risk. And we do it because we pay attention to where the circle is, who's doing what to whom, what the game is telling us, and being patient. I hope that is helpful to you in winning. I hope you like the videos. Remember to like and subscribe. Until next time, look after yourselves and stay safe on the battlefield.